There are a variety of setups on the market today that allow you to throw a bait out on a ball head, on a jig head, whatever you want to call it, and fish it on or near the bottom. Each one of these has a lot of different types of rigging capabilities, a lot of different rigging styles, hooks, hook angles, different compositions of the head, all sorts of things. But one that I found that I really like is from Secret Lures. It's called the Ledge Shaker. And they also have the Tail Shaker, which is a similar version of it, but it's their Finesse version. And each one of these different, basically hooks and weight setups, and here's one right here, you know, it's going to allow you to do different things and present your bait in different manners. And when you start talking to different pro anglers, they're going to tell you why they like one over the other.
You know, when throwing a shaky head, I've always been one that thinks of it as like a finesse type deal until I seen this Ledge Shaker. And the first time I threw it, just throwing it out and dragging it across the bottom and being able to feel everything. That, to me, that is the biggest deal about this bait, is this concave head. When you drag it across the bottom, you feel everything that is going on. I can feel whether I'm in a soft bottom, I can feel whether I'm in a hard bottom. And to tell you why that makes a difference, when you get out, say you're fishing off a point somewhere, that point's gonna have a sweet spot in it somewhere, where them fish are gonna pull to, where they're gonna feed. When I'm dragging my bait through there, I may be pulling through sand, and then all of a sudden I hit something hard. And the hard stuff is either gonna be rock, clay, just something that's hard on there. That's where them fish are gonna be sitting. So I know whenever I get in that area, I'm gonna make multiple casts to that spot. I'm gonna probably either slow my bait down, you know, and really fish it good, or I may speed it up to get more of a reaction back. Ledge shaker. You know, we just fished through there a while ago, throwing swim jig, moving bait, and had a bite right here on this point. And I mean, that's just typical for the way it is right now. And all we did was come back through here and pick this Ledge Shaker up with a little finesse worm on it, and just downsizing, trying to get a bite. Sure enough, I mean, hadn't been throwing it 5 minutes and already caught one. The difference with this type of bait, I've never been one that's been real strong of an offshore fisherman. I mean, my strength has always been shallow, power fishing, flipping, spinner bait, whatever. When this came along, the first time I felt it dragging across the bottom, I was like, man, this is just a whole different world to me. Now, I can feel something now. I can feel everything I'm dragging it through. And the ways you use it, power fishing. I mean, I power fish with it. I don't just throw it out there and let it sit on the bottom like you're dragging a Texas rig worm. I mean, I'm dragging it through stuff, through stumps, through brush piles, through rock points, everything. I'm moving it a lot. Oh, he got me in the tree. He come out. Golly, that's a big one. Yeah. Oh, come here, big boy. Now that's what I'm talking about.
You know, when I look at the Ledge Shaker and the Tail Shaker, and I've had great success with both of them, and obviously, you know, Jeff is a really big believer in these. The things that I like is the quality of the hook and the way it's designed and the way it, you know, lines up, and it's capable, based on whichever size that you choose, to take big and small baits. So it makes it very functional, makes it a year-round type of jig head that you can use in different situations. This is a big one, boy. Got a Ledge Shaker on a big finesse worm. Come here, girl. That's a big one. That's awesome right there. Let's get a picture of him, Rusty, real quick. Look at that girl right there. That's a big old bass right there. When you set the hook on one like this, everything just stops. So we're gonna let her go. Let her grow back up. Go back down there, buddy. Wow. I mean, I was kind of throwing along out here, and finally I started feeling some chunky stuff, and chunky stuff, the bottom was rough, and I started, you know, mixing it up. I'd been throwing the stupid craw, and I wanted something a little heavier, and got the big Ledge Shaker on, and you can see that concave head, which works great inside that the bottom like that to kind of drag along. It's like, thump, 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 all of a sudden it just stopped. And then it started going like that, and when you set the hook, nothing comes your way, you know you got a big old donkey on it. That was one right there.